And welcome back to more Super Paper Mario. Last time we went around seeing what was restored by stopping the void. And this time we're actually going to take a little diversion to explore the town of Flipside. So let us start from the main floor, which is obviously floor 2. This is obviously the main section of the town, where you can find Merlon's house, the item shop, and the inn. But there's a little bit of a secret to it. If we actually flip here, and go all the way to the left, we actually find something a little bit hidden. A little warp pipe right there that is kind of concealed by blocks. If I can jump up there. Let's see, you can use Kudge or Boomer, obviously. And there you go. This is an alternate floor 3, where we can actually find a few interesting goodies. So first of all, if we actually use Tiptron, we can actually make a block appear. And we can actually keep doing this for a while and actually get pretty high up. And maybe find something good at the top. So this is gonna take a little bit to do. So yes, Tiptron does control exactly the same as Tippy. And again, most of her dialogue is unchanged except for a few tattles where she's like self-aware that she's not actually Tippy. Which is actually kind of sad if you think about it, that her existence is sort of a lie, if you think about it. But with this, we get a DS cartridge, a data card for the dining specializer, cooking disk R. These are used for recipes, and there are a bunch of these around town. Anyway, there's also this block here which has Piccolo on it. So if we end up using Piccolo, the block goes away, and we can get a card of Merly. So that's all that can be done on this floor. We can't actually use the elevator because it's on the wrong side. So we are left to walk all the way back on our own. So yeah, we're gonna break Flipside and Flopside into 2 separate videos most likely. So this is just going to be Flipside exploration. Both outskirts and town. So I think while we're here, we're gonna go explore the outskirts a little bit more, because I think there are a few things I actually missed last time I was out there. You don't need to do anything with like the big stained glass window place, but we do kind of need to explore a little bit more in the outskirts, because there were things I missed down here last time. These enemies are actually not that challenging anymore, unfortunately. Pretty sure there wasn't anything over there, so I don't think we need to do anything there. However, there's stuff here to deal with. I think these blocks reset, because I'm pretty sure we actually did go down here to get a heart pillar. And we're down on the B1 outskirts. Looks like, yeah, there's a little entryway here. This wasn't here last time, if you recall, and it was being blocked by a big block that ties to something in Flopside, so we broke it with the hammer, and thus this block goes away as well. And this is the Interchet card. What is an Interchet, you may be asking yourself. We will find out probably this episode, actually. If I'm not mistaken, we find out this part. So, let's go down one more floor and see what awaits us. Now, we couldn't actually do anything here previously because of not having the necessary resources. But now we can make that jump up there. Hit that and a secret passageway appears to another HP plus. Actually, that's our first HP plus. The other one was a power-up. A heart that fortifies your bod, raises max HP by 5. Well, I have too many items. I was doing a lot of farming items and then selling off screen, but also using other methods to get items and coins very quickly. So we have this stuff over here, which actually I think we could have done this normally. We just needed to use Tippy, or Tiptron in this case. I forgot that we could actually do this, so I just never bothered to really go into this in much detail. So that's all well and good, right? But it's also even easier if you have Luigi, because it can just kind of spring up here. That's how I usually went about this. I wasn't even quite familiar with the fact that you could actually get there with Mario and anyone else, for that matter. And here we have a switch. This... Oh, you can't actually hammer switches in this game, I never realized that. Opens up a little bit of a passageway. Also makes for an easy jumping spot, if we need to get back to the outskirts quickly. And this is the Pit of 100 Trials. Danger, do not enter. So yes, the Pit of 100 Trials returns. We will not be tackling it in this part, but we will be handling this at a later time. But before we actually leave, we can find our good old friend Welderberg again. Ah, you have business for Welderberg. How did a young man such as you come to such a place? Admirable, yeah? But that is neither in the here nor in the there. I've inspected here, yeah? I'm thinking I can make up the pipe to White Tower's base. You are covering the 100 coins for construction, yeah? Are we having the deal? We don't actually have that many coins at the moment. So, we're gonna have to pass on that at the moment. I think I actually missed something else, too. Oops. There's another little hidden passageway that I think corresponds to something in Flipside, so we're gonna backtrack over to that. Now I don't remember if this is like a pipe or if we just literally have to drop down, kind of like what we did to get to the secret area in the Flipside outskirts. In the Flipside outskirts there's a pit you can drop down, there's some secret stuff. I think it's up one more actually. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice being able to explore the town. We really didn't spend a whole lot of time in Flipside beyond the required stuff. Partly just because there's a lot to cover just in the main story. Is it this pit? It is this pit, so we did forget to do this. A more lovely card. And over here is the Merlon card. So we have almost a full set, I'm pretty sure, except do we have our Luminous card? I don't remember actually. But let's actually head back down and kind of work our way back up to the second floor. That seems like a good plan. In any case, I do kind of like the duality of the two worlds, but it does kind of make some collecting a little bit tedious because, oh, you're basically having to go through the same place twice. But yeah, basically what this does is it creates a pipe to the Pit of 100 Trials on the second floor Flipside, so it's a lot easier to get back down here in the future. It's not even that big of a hike though, it's not that much worse than the previous game, getting to the pit. You just kind of have to go through the Rogueport sewers, and then cut through where the Thousand Door is, and you're there, you're golden. It's not that difficult. This isn't that much more difficult, especially when you are going through the normal way and not the outskirts path. So in here, the B1, which is actually I think where we left Captain Gills. Captain Gills is doing okay. The other fish, on the other hand, not so well, unfortunately. Yeah, not doing so hot. And look at this guy. Greetings, name's Flim, freelance sales freak, fully licensed and bonded. Sell anything, sell to anyone, sell big, sell often, sell now, my slogan, trademark. I was getting really tongue-tied for some reason. I sell stuff that's so hard to find, not even I can find it. Yeah, you heard me right. So look, then buy. So he sells rare items, including cards that are not easy to come by. So you want nothing? Color me flustered. Well, inventory changes like that. Yeah, that quick, so come back soon. So he's kind of like in the last game, how there's the one sales guy in Rogue Port's like main square who's like inventory rotated out. It's just the same idea basically. And of course we have another 80 bits. I like how well detailed the shop is for being extremely tiny. So again, I think they have different items. So cake mix, big egg, honey jar, all used for cooking. Primarily, I think you can actually use them as regular healing items, but primarily used for cooking. And actually, we still have a bit of Flipside left. We're not actually that close to finishing up this little expedition, ironically. We have the little cafe here. Zao, Melody's master music magician here. I am known as the internet. If you like any music you heard so far and it is yours, I can call it up like that. It's just 10 coins per song. Want to take a listen? It's basically a sound test, but you have to pay money. Oh, we are talking about gargantuan bum out here and you don't want any tunes? Hey now, maybe next time the internet powers down. We're too broke anyway. If we flip, we can actually find a secret pipe. And this goes to mini-games, but we're not doing them yet because we actually only have 3 or 4 mini-games currently available, so we actually need to unlock the last one before we really dedicate a whole lot of time to these games. So let us go back up to Flipside, I think the first floor? It's kind of weird that that's B1. It's like, why didn't they just start from the bottom and work up? But I guess also because you gradually unlock stuff, it kind of makes sense. Saffron, just to demonstrate her like cooking information terminal. Greetings gourmet, welcome to the high-tech database of food, the dining specializer. Yes, the dining specializer gives ingredient lists for your favorite recipes. You can even use it to get information on where to find elusive ingredients. I don't think it's loaded with all the recipes yet though. Fortunately, it will update anytime you bring in new recipe data, Sugar. You should find some cooking data somewhere and put it in there. You have Cooking Disk R, use it to increase the data in my memory banks. Would you like to use it? Data update complete, searchable items have been increased. Please select the recipe or ingredient you want to know more about. So you find the cooking discs to get more ideas of how to make certain things. Good luck in the kitchen, gourmet, may all your soufflés rise to the occasion. But yeah, it basically increases the amount of things you can look up, which is nice. I'm trying to remember what was in this house. An artist, it appears. I have lost the edge. A successful creation is one that conveys a feeling. A soul with no emotion can never create such feeling, and yet my soul cries out. Must transfer the cries of my soul to the canvas. As long as I draw breath, I will continue to try. This I swear. Okay. I think the guy's counterpart in Flipside is more interesting, if I'm not mistaken. Also, by the way, if we go in here, we can actually find something else interesting. You can find in 3D something, I think. Or maybe not. I could have sworn I read that you could find a cooking disc in here, but maybe that's Flipside. Again, you can kinda get a lot of things mixed up when you have 2 worlds to explore. So not in here. Now I'm like kinda curious to try to find this. Not in here. Maybe in the backside. We've basically explored everything though at this point. We just have this back row to explore. Got the house where we... Is this the house where we found Piccolo? It's not. Now I'm checking everywhere. Maybe I have to do something specific to make that appear. I'll look it up later. I, Heronicus, used to travel to dangerous places in search for a legendary pixel. Once I found one, just as I was about to get it, a rock slide crashed down. I chose the life of my partner over that pixel. I do not regret that choice. The incident opened my eyes and I stopped exploring. If I was a stauncher man, I wonder what my life would be like right now. And again, ironically, this is where the Piccolo was in the other world. And we have the place that sells catch cards. Hello, welcome to my shop. Catch a Dream. We sell novels so small they fit on cards. First time here? Righto, available for purchase today. We have card bags and catch cards. A card bag is a little satchel that holds a single filled catch card. You won't know the character on it until you purchase it. Oh, such hideous excitement. Catch card is an amazing thing. Use it to turn an enemy into foe. Turns into a card. But you can use them but once, and if your foe is too powerful, it might not work. Oh, and if you have cards you no longer need, I would be glad to purchase them. Such are my wares, my dear prospective customer. Do you want to hear that again? Not really. So basically, this is where a good source of income comes in. If you manage to get rare cards, in duplicate, like, obviously ones that are like exclusive you probably shouldn't sell, but others that you can kind of farm, it's not a bad idea. Like Magic Koopas are worth 24, so if you just catch a lot of Magic Koopas, it's a good way to make some quick coins. I don't think I'm going to be taking advantage of this, but there's also more to this trick if you go to the mini games. And speaking of which, I actually... Oh, that's the wrong way. I think I actually forgot something. I could have sworn there was a catch card. But I don't remember if we got it yet. But this is like the last thing to explore, I think. Again, until I can figure out where that other disc is. I think it's at Flipside, but I might be mistaken. Otherwise it would be in Flipside's equivalent house. Down here, I don't remember if we actually got this or not. We did not. Good thing we checked. But inside here, we have the internet card. And it took 1 point damage. But on that note, we have basically combed all of Flipside. To my knowledge, that is pretty much everything there is to see here at this point in time. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next. What is my outro? I hope you'll join me next time for more Super Paper Mario, where we will be exploring Flipside. See you then.